Alright guys, so this is going to be a new video series that I'm starting, and I'm gonna call it Guild Chatter because it's basically going to be me just talking. And it's not something you have to watch per se, so if you're like doing something in the background or whatever, then you can put this on and listen, you know? So let's talk. Um I'm going to try to do this in one take, but we'll see how that goes. But today, I want to talk about the year 2020 and how it's beginning so far. And you know what? The beginning of this year started off really well, I should say. And especially for me personally, when I finally got more into doing content creation, um it was super fun. I got into streaming more often and things started to take off. I went back to Twitter and it was great, you know? Within a few months my Twitter grew a lot, and I was having a blast. I was meeting so many community members in Monster Hunter, and even most recently I went to the Monster Hunter Festa in Boston and I did even more networking. It was amazing. And my good friend Peanut, or John, from Monster Hunter New York City, we're planning to do a lot of things together in the near future. So look out for that if you think we're idiots. I'm sorry if you hear something in the background. My laptop is right next to me, so you might kind of hear some notification. Yeah, that's not professional at all, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's for your immersion. Don't worry about it. So yeah, what else happened this year? So let's start off with well, we kind of started off with the good for the most part. Let's start off with the bad. So I wake up one morning. This was a week and a half ago, and I was logged out of my Twitter account and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I looked at my app and I have two accounts on there, and I was just logged into my alt account, which I don't really use. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? Maybe somehow I got logged out. So I try to put my password in and everything, and it tells me that the account doesn't exist. And I'm freaking the hell out. I'm trying to figure out what to do. And it was super scary. Like, I know someone might say it's not worth freaking out over, but I mean, that's my Twitter account. Like, considering how many followers I built on there and just how much fun I have posting on Twitter. I got devastated. And I find out that my Yahoo account, which was the email I was using for that account, which, mind you, that Twitter account is old. I think I made it in 2014. So I didn't update my email address, which was stupid of me to do. So I had to call Yahoo. I was on hold for like a good 25 minutes, man. And when they finally picked up, I asked them, like, I can't get into my Yahoo account. Like, I'm trying to change a password on my Twitter, and I can't. And when I try to, like, there's no alternate email address, even though I set one up years ago. It's not there anymore. And it just asked me for a random number that I don't even remember putting in, So the guy is like, oh, well, when's the last time you used your account? And I'm like a year or so ago, or probably even more. And he's like, well, unfortunately, we deactivate accounts when you don't use it for over a year. So I'm like, oh, well, is there something you can do? And he's like, no, there's nothing we can do. Your account is gone. try contacting Twitter to see if they could change your email address. And I'm just like, are you like really? There's no way you can reactivate the account. Like, if I didn't care about it, I wouldn't call. But I left it at that. I tried to contact Twitter several times, and nothing was getting through to them. And not to mention, the virus outbreak that's been happening. Everything is so much slower. It's everything is happening at the worst time. So I had to quickly make a backup account for my Wyverian Twitter page, and I managed to get a good 200 or so followers back, and that's mainly people that I interact with the most. So I had 1,200 and change, and I don't even have half of that back because so many people still don't know. And I don't want to be annoying and constantly like tweet it out. So I just made this new account my main account now, and I'm kind of starting all over. And it sucks, but I feel like I have to do what I have to do, and we're going to rebuild this Twitter back up. And then speaking of virus, the pandemic here in New York is really bad because people don't know how to listen, and they still congregate outside. Like a lot. Like some of the trains are still crowded, and our train service has been cut in half. So, and then you mix that with, the economy and the fact that the workforce here is, they don't care about you as a person. They care about whether or not you can get in there and make this business some money. So people are pressured to still go to work. Me, I'm staying at home. I have a weekend day job. I haven't been there for 3 weeks. So whether or not I get fired, I don't know. But I don't want to take the risk at all. So yeah, I mean, I could probably talk about this all day, but I think this may conclude the first episode of Guild Chatter. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my rambling, and I do plan to do this more often. So yeah, take care, everybody.